Hello again, welcome to today's attempt of a time guesser. This is a game that tests your history knowledge and your geography knowledge, neither of which I've got. So we'll see how we get on. We'll be given photos, 5 photos, as you can see, round 1 of 5. For each photo we have to say when in history it was taken. It could be anywhere between 1900 and today. But we also have to say where in the world it was taken. So it really is tricky. Tests history and geography, as I said. Now, this is not the most difficult one to start with. That is, I was going to say Tom Cruise. That is Tom Cruise, yeah. That doesn't really help me narrow down to when, but obviously it means it's going to be quite modern. That is Japanese. I'm pretty confident. So I'm just going to go in Tokyo. And, I mean, I don't know when he was in Japan, but it feels like it could have been quite recent. So let's just go 2024 and see. Just wanted to zoom in just to see if I could see any face masks, and I can't, so maybe that makes it less likely to be 2024. I'm going to make a last minute change to 2019 and hope that I don't regret it. Let's try and find Tokyo. Let's just plonk it there and see how close we are. Oh, it was 2006, much earlier. So I'm glad I moved it from 2024. We salvaged a few points. I was in the right area, so quite a few points for location. 6,800 out of 10,000 is not a complete disaster. It's more than 2/3, which is basically what I aim for. Let's see what we do with the next ones. Right, what's going on here? Kennedy. Does that mean it's going to be in the 60s? Or maybe late 50s? Just before he became president. El Pueblo, the Queen of Los Angeles, I think that says. So even though it's Spanish, which would make me think it's Mexico, I think it's quite likely to be in America, especially given that they're clearly looking for Kennedy, and that is English, isn't it? So yeah, it's gotta be. Let's try 59. That feels roughly when he would have been campaigning. And then, where did we say? Somewhere near Los Angeles. El Pueblo. I think that's a district over here somewhere. I've seen it when I've zoomed in before. Maybe. I'm just going to plonk the X in the middle if I can't see it. Because I don't know for sure if it is actually a district. No, I can't see it, so let's just go right on the sign and hope that we're close. Oh, 68! Crowds gathered in Los Angeles to see him give a talk during his presidential campaign. I thought he was president slightly earlier than that, because he said we're going to go to the moon by the end of the decade, and I thought he said that in the early 60s. Maybe he was also president in the early 60s. Either way, I thought they were campaigning rather than that being whilst he was actually president, so that's a little bit annoying. Oh, there was El Pueblo. Just needed to zoom in a bit more. But it's measured in metres. You know you're close when it's measured in metres rather than miles. So, lots of points for location. And not too bad on the year, but not as good as I thought it was going to be. Now, this one looks like it's going to be tricky. Just trying to read what that said, but I don't think that's helpful. That HF. That feels like it's going to be Switzerland or Germany, that number plate. For some reason, I'm drawn to that. DAF trucks. Oh, Holland. Definitely could be Dutch. Philips Video 2000. That is very interesting because it's a black and white photo. It looks like it would be pretty old, but I've learnt my lesson. Sometimes, even if it's a black and white photo, it could be in the 80s. That would kind of make sense. They might have had Philips Video in the 80s. I think I'm going to try 85. I cannot bring myself to go any later than that, even though it's a black and white photo. Now, the next question is, where? I'm definitely going to go in Europe, I think. Stahl. Do I think that is Dutch, or do I think it's German? I think I've got to go Holland, just based on that. Let's find... suppose let's just go Amsterdam, why not? Let's see. 81, I was pretty close, and it was in Amsterdam. A truck specially designed for challenging desert terrain. That's interesting. The Paris-Dakar Rally. Very interesting. Okay, lots of points as well. Surprise myself sometimes. Oh, this one's going to be tricky. Another black and white one. And this time, I've not got a whole lot to go on in terms of the year. That's a pretty old looking car, but who knows? In some parts of the world, I'm sure they're still using cars that I would say look pretty old. This, I'm going to have to base it off what language I think this is. Oh no, I'm not, because it just says Delhi. That's good, because I was about to say, I'm not sure if that's some Indian dialect or if it's Thai. But yes, it's clearly not Thai if it's in Delhi. So it's going to be Urdu or Punjabi or something, I don't know. But I don't have to know, which is a relief. Okay, we're going to go in Delhi, clearly. But let's try and work out the year first. I really don't know. I'm definitely going earlier than the previous one. I might just leave it at 62 actually. Why not? Let's zoom in. I don't know how far I should zoom in. This is just a market square, not a market road somewhere, I think. Yeah, let's just go in the Janpath market. Why not? I've been to India, but I can't say I specifically recognise this road. Oh, it was 86. It was later than my guess on the previous one. That's so annoying. I always get thrown off by black and white photos. At least I salvaged a few points with the location. I'm really bad at history. Oh dear. Oh no, what's going on here? That is either the Romanian or the Moldovan flag, I think. Probably Romanian. What on earth is going on here? Yeah, okay, this is going to be when they joined the European Union? Maybe? So I'm going to go Romania, and I'm going to try and remember when they joined, which I think was... It's quite a while ago now. Some countries joined in 2006, I believe. I'm not sure if Romania was one of them or if it joined a little bit later. I'm going to go 09, basically, because I'm not sure if it's 06 or 12. So I'll split the difference at 09. It might also be 09. I feel like I'll be pretty close. Let's go for the heart of Bucharest. And let's see. It was 2025! Oh, I'm really bad at years. At least I recognised the country's flag, so I was in the right location again. Oh dear. I got the whole meaning wrong, didn't I? I saw EU flags. I assumed it was something to do with... I mean, it was to do with Europe and coming together, but just wasn't quite what I was thinking when I saw those flags. So we were a few years off. That is a shame. But 34,000. We got the 2/3 I was aiming for, just about. So that is a win, sort of. Definitely not my best, but also definitely not my worst. How did you get on with these? I feel like I was pretty good on the locations today, but pretty awful on the years. So anyone with some knowledge of history probably would have done better. In which case, well done. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.